Hello everybody, welcome to another OpenRA cast. This time we do have a game between Gatekeeper and Klaas, and this is a practice match for the Big Team tournament, which is, well, at the release of this video it's going to be over, but this is indeed a practice session between Klaas and Gatekeeper on Dual Cold Front, a map that we have seen casted a lot of times, simply because it's a very good map. Let's see, Klaas. Now, Gatekeeper is going to start as Ukraine, Klaas is going to play as France, which next release will have a fake service depot as well. So France might be a very powerful faction of the next release. I'm looking, currently it doesn't really do too much. It does have fake structures, but doesn't appear to be utilized by the players too much. Oh yeah, they both are from Holland, so that's why you see they are speaking Dutch. They both are from Holland, and I believe the skill level between the two are relatively similar. Oh, okay, they're playing with Craze and they're playing with Shout On, so that's fine. Yeah, I like to see this kind of just fun games now and then. And if it's a practice match, it doesn't even matter if it's balanced or not, so it's just good. But in terms of skill, you would expect Klaas and Gatekeeper to be of relatively equal caliber. Klaas has been proving himself to be pretty good with the last season of Red Alert Global League. We also see that Klaas is just completely skipping the barracks. Oh, nice $1,000 crate for that one. That's probably the best crate you can get early game. 1,000 crates. It's going to give you it's going to cover the early ranger and a couple of units, so you can you don't get a break in your economy because of your early scout unit. And a flak truck for Gatekeeper is going to stop this ranger easily. So Gatekeeper, if he wants to scout, if Klaas wants to scout Gatekeeper, he's going to have to take another route. So Gatekeeper, excuse me, Klaas is going to move over here. He's going to get control of this additional ore patch in this area, and also, which is a good idea, you saw him moving his MCV before he's building his refinery towards this ore patch. That is because obviously a ore refinery here would be like twice as good. Well, it's going to be very much so better than a ore refinery here, because of course you're going to have the distance towards the ore mine, and also the trees kind of get in the way for a smooth harvest. Oh, Electric barely got away. So nice catch for Gatekeepers, killing off that rangers. No more scouting for Klaas for some time. He's probably going to just stay home here and wait for that service depot to come up, unless he chooses to go for the radio. Alright, so Klaas, he keeps pushing out, but it's kind of hard to do it against a flak truck with the extra range. So he's going to be able to pick off infantry one by one. You can see Klaas trying to do damage, and he kind of managed to do that. And that's also why he's building a light tank, so that he can, go out in the field and scout a little bit more. I'm not sure if he's getting a service depot just yet, but the light tank is actually a pretty good scout unit. It does have the extra range compared to the previous release, but of course it does have not the most amazing... Wow, that was a great move by... I think I was going to say, doesn't have the greatest health. So that's why it's going to be easily picked off by rocket soldiers. You can see right here, didn't really have to stay long close to the rocket soldiers in order to get low health. So these two light tanks going to wait for this service depot, I'm pretty sure. And meanwhile, we're going to have a nice engagement here just in front of Klaas base. Let's see, yeah, there's the service depot by Gatekeeper. He's going to start with heavy tanks. He is playing as the Ukraine, Soviet faction, so that's kind of not surprising in general, but we have seen him going for Red Dome with Soviet before, which has been quite unusual. Okay, the heavy tank is going to be great here. It's going to tank easily against all of this. Klaas needs to quickly get up some rocket soldiers and perhaps even a turret to stop this. I mean, the heavy tank will, the heavy tanks rather, will be able to frontline his army should he decide to push within the next couple of minutes. There's a lot of camo pillboxes here though, so whatever's going to happen, Klaas is going to have this kind of as a buffer for himself being attacked. Let's see. Okay, so Klaas is just moving to the left. It does have quite a few rocket soldiers now, so 3 is enough to hold off a heavy tank, but what makes him safe is just the lack of infantry for Gatekeeper with this heavy tank. He's getting some additional now. He's moving it. Okay, he's building an MCV up here. Maybe he wants to put down some defensive structures over here. I'm not really sure why he moves his MCV. But he did so. This heavy tank might be in trouble. If this light tank... Oh, he's going to block? No. Well, this heavy tank is going to get away. And a flame tower, so it's not going to be anything interesting happening here with this attack by Klaas. Nice idea though. Klaas is going to expand to this side. It's going to get hold of this gem mine most likely. It's actually a good choice at the moment. And Klaas is more or less just getting up his infantry count and is continuing building light tanks. It does not well, it does have this service depot, so, and it's actually floating. It's actually floating quite a bit, so not the most efficient production by Klaas at the moment. Flame tower is going to protect this area more or less from infantry. Yeah, these light tanks are kind of redundant at this point. You know, they can still function as infantry support, but you need more infantry than this. Like these groups of light tanks are utterly useless against pretty much anything. So you can see here, poof, it's gone, and for some reason he decides to move in to do some crushing. Well, just a couple crushers, but that's 3 light tanks down the drain. One light tank costs like 700, it's like 2,100 in value lost within seconds. So that's why you don't see light tanks, man. This Tesla coil is going to pretty much prevent any more pushes for the flank of Gatekeeper. So Gatekeeper might decide to you know, build upon his expansion, or maybe take up. Let's see, he's going to actually build a war factory here, so he's going to establish himself very strongly in the south, which is going to give him an advantage because Klaas, for the moment, is still kind of stuck on his 2 bases and doesn't seem comfortable enough to expand towards his own natural third expansion. But we'll see though how it's going to happen. This group by Gatekeeper is going to, if he moves in, it's going to easily be able to take out the ore refinery, maybe even the radar dome. But instead it's going to push into the front here, and losing that heavy tank is not that very good. It appears that he maybe did some just annoying damage. Yeah, here comes the force. It's going to pick off a couple of harvesters, most likely. Klaas is a little bit slow with pushing back. It's going to actually save. It's going to save all these harvesters. That's pretty good. Now, so now actually Klaas is back here to defend this. So that means that Klaas, unless he takes the refinery, which doesn't seem like he's going to be able to do, looks like Gatekeeper completely wasted that army. It's going to give maybe give Klaas the confidence to start to move out with some expansion, because now he has all this infantry, which has killed off a lot of Gatekeeper's infantry. And these 3 harvesters looks pretty damaged. Maybe he wants to let's see, repair those. No, it's just going to go for the gem mine here. Something that's going to be changed with the release. The ore truck is going to get a self-heal rate up to 50%. A very slow heal rate. So that if you have managed to hold off an attack and barely survive with the ore trucks, you don't really need to repair them. You're going to have to repair them if you want to have them up to 100% health or 50. But they will slowly over time heal themselves to be to 50%. Not as fast as the mammoth tank, for example, but it's still pretty good. Okay, this looks to be a very good engagement by Gatekeeper. There's nothing more anti-armor. Well, there's this turret. If you can keep away from this turret, now this heavy tank should be able to do a lot of damage all the way up here to the radar dome. You just have to keep away from this turret. which currently just eats away at the 4th heavy tank there for Gatekeeper. A lot of damage actually done. Yeah, it takes away that pillbox. And there's a lot of mechanics there. These mechanics needs to move away, I feel. Like they're kind of a little bit danger. Oh, actually that was a heavy tank by Klaas taking over. Looks like the heavy tanks are the... oh no, the mechanics are trying to take over the husks left by. And they will get a couple of them with the last remaining mechanics. But I'm not really sure it's worth to go into a battle with them. Mechanics cost... what is it, 300? 500? Gatekeeper's gonna keep his push against Klaas, this time towards the gem mine expansion on the left side. At the same time, nice, he's walling in that testicle with walls, gonna keep this area completely safe. And Klaas, recognizing the strength of this medium-sized forest, is going to sell off his horrifying range, just contain himself a little bit. And it looks like Klaas is a little bit contained with this. He did capture 3 of the husks, so he has 3 heavy tanks. It's actually pretty strong, but he needs to go and repair them if he wants them to be more useful. Gatekeeper continue expanding. Does have like 3 ore mines and a gem mine. He's gonna get an additional ore mine. While Klaas, he does have, yeah, 3 plus 1, and no real prospects from moving out to get that last expansion. Looks like Gatekeeper's kind of just keeping the push. Oh well, Klaas is going to actually expand here instead, which is kind of problematic. Barely doesn't get in range of that Tesla coil, and yeah, just have to go home. Gatekeeper already claimed this spot. His natural expansion would be towards this area, but it's gonna have to deal with this army of Gatekeeper first, and additional heavy tanks coming in from this area. But there's 2 turrets here. This turret's gonna eat up these heavy tanks very quickly, unless you can take them up with the rocket soldiers. These turrets have to go down quick, even more so than the camo pillbox at this time. And it's gonna do it. It's gonna eat up this entire area, it seems. It's just too many heavy tanks and rocket soldiers. And Klaas also seems to have much. It's actually his forces all the way here. Of course, his mechanics repaired those heavy tanks, which I forgot was actually possible. Yeah, that's actually a victory for Gatekeeper. He can just pull back and just, as long as he just deny Gatekeeper deny Klaas the gem mine here, it's gonna be a very dominant position for the rest of the game if you can just keep Klaas out. You can see on the map already he does have Klaas pretty much out of this. Klaas is just suiciding his heavy tanks into this blob, trying to do as much damage against this as possible. But that looks to be more of a desperate move. There's just way too much let's see for Gatekeeper to push him back. So I don't know. At this point, Klaas might be just tapping out here in a moment. I just don't know, guys. I don't see a way for Klaas to come back in this game. It's just been contained properly. Gatekeeper is pushing in slowly towards weak spots, and here he comes again with another small force. Just gonna be annoying. Like, Gatekeeper doesn't really have to do this, but he chooses to. He might as well just take off to the tech center. Or a radar dome, actually, since it doesn't really have a radar dome at this point. But instead, it's going to lose this this small group. It's still going to be in a very good position, but that's kind of, it's better to just for him to just stay back here and just make sure that Klaas is not getting the gems, because now it's going to go back in there and just long distance mine this gem mine, and we can see here that Klaas is in pretty nice rates when it comes to the economy. The only thing he needs to do is just avoid being broke. Okay, it's going to build a couple of artillery now. Well, if you can stay behind the turrets, then artillery can do fine. But staying like this, and yeah, you can see that Tesla coil immediately shot when you got the vision range of the artillery. Gatekeepers, I mean, the Tesla coil doesn't automatically have the same vision range as the fire range. So it's going to be supported by, infantry or tanks to do the full potential damage. So without the presence of this heavy tank force by Gatekeeper, Klaas is going to attempt to move in here again. But there is a noticeable amount of infantry here. There's actually a lot of rocket soldiers, a lot of rifle infantry, and a couple of flamethrowers. It's going to be just eating up this area. One turret's not going to stop this. So if Gatekeeper realizes, Gatekeeper's going to actually start to expand here as well. Might as well do that. So I think this game is just slowly coming to an end. You know what? I think let's just speed up this a little bit. I don't normally do this, but you know, I can't really see anything else happening. So here we go. Gatekeeper again is just going to move in and just wipe out this base. And it would be better for Klaas to have a couple of pillboxes here that would actually give him a chance to stop this. But as you can see, there's absolutely nothing to stop this now. Pillbox is going to come in here, doesn't really matter. And even a couple of Tesla coils to stop Klaas from expanding everywhere. So yeah, Klaas can't really do anything else. Does have the Radodome, but didn't go for the hind play after this. He might, you know, artillery and hind could be like the last resort of tactics in this game, but he's currently not really doing that. So yeah, let's continue with the speed, the game speed upgrade. So Klaas can just move in here. Still gonna have to watch for the artillery fire, as they are pretty much spread out in this base. So, you know, Gatekeeper should just take up at this point. Let's see if he actually does that. No, it doesn't really do it. I mean, like a Radodome and the airfield will give him some yaks who just deal with those artillery easily. And it's kind of, yeah, it's 20 minutes in, so, you know, time to get these higher tier units out. Now, you know, Gatekeeper sees the artillery. That should be a clue for him to actually go and expand. But I know it's going to be tech up, but he's just going to push in anyway, realizing that it's so far ahead it doesn't really matter. But there's a lot of camo pillboxes here, so it's going to be able to withstand the Gatekeeper's harassment for a little while longer. Funny enough, there's a base push from Gatekeeper. Going to fare against the base push of Klaas, but it looks like with the superior force here, Gatekeeper's just simply going to take this engagement. Oh, this is going down. Let's fast forward a little bit. Yeah, just keep pushing. Klaas is continuously building MCVs. And yeah. I'm kind of tempted to go max speed at this point. But anyway, you know, this is a practice match. This is not about winning or losing. You know, to be fair, it's okay. There's the GG, but you know, it's not about winning only. It's also about, you know, practicing your macro, your micro, and stuff like that. So, you know, win or lose, you pretty much gain by just, you know, just playing more. And playing against Gatekeeper and Klaas is a hell of a good way to actually practice this game. So yeah, nice practice match. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this together with me. My name is SoScared, and thank you for watching.